It's definitely a whiting. That, Westy, is a horse. I tell you what, I reckon that is nudging the kilo mark.
Here he comes. Woo!
Oh yeah, look at that. That is so awesome. It's a nice fish too. Yes. Oh, big trout.
He's gold. Awesome.
This is Series 11 of iFish at Tackle World, and like this cod, it's big. Well, this morning we're on the northeast corner of Kangaroo Island. Behind me, the famous King's Coat jetty. This is Mark West. His mates call him Westy. I reckon you might have caught a few squid on that in your day. What do you think?
Yeah, caught one or two.
How long have you actually been on Kangaroo Island?
For about 35 years all up.
And what is it about Kangaroo Island that makes people want to live in this beautiful part of the world?
I guess we got so many good fishing opportunities here and just a generally casual lifestyle and pretty good place to live.
So speaking of good fishing opportunities, what's in store for today?
Hopefully we can catch a few different types of fish. Weather's not too bad, so we should be able to get around to a few different spots.
I'm thinking, enough talking, more fishing. Let's hit the road, Westy. These Kangaroo Island fishing spots are like a needle in a haystack. The anchor's going down now. We're trying to get right on the spot. And Westy, he reckons he's spot on. It's like a little lump. All around it we see fish on the sounder. The baits are ready to go. I reckon as soon as they hit the bottom, bang, we'll be on.
Might be a small snapper, I think. No.
Westy, what have you got there, mate?
What we've got here is a blue morlong, or
Now-
commonly known also as a queen snapper.
So queen snapper, I've seen some big blue morlong in my day. That's just a pup. How's the colours on them? How do they eat?
Very good. They're one of my favourite eating fish.
So when you're a charter boat skipper, this would be a great fish to catch because people looks good in a photo and tastes good too.
Absolutely. This is not a very big one, obviously, but everyone likes to catch a couple of mowies.
Just love those peck fins. Every time, every bait hits the bottom, it's just getting smashed. It's just a matter of working through the fish to try and find the ones we really want to catch. But I just love this sort of fish, and I love it when every time you drop a bait, you just know you're going to get hit. You know you've got a nice fight coming your way too, and this deep water fishing is so much fun. Just peering over the side, looking for colour. There it is, and that is the colour we like. Look at that. That is what I call Kangaroo Island gold. Not one, but two thumping King George whiting. Westy, you're the man. You are the man. So we're in 34 metres of water. Bait's going to the bottom. The tide's still pulling us around the back, which is a good thing. And she's on the bottom now, so just tighten that up a bit. Try and stay connected with my baits. Are you feeling the bites through... Oh, that's a nice fish. Are you feeling the bites through the line, Westy, or the rod? How do you do it?
I watch the tip of the rod.
Yep. So you're actually doing it through sight rather than feel?
Absolutely.
Now, if I was a betting man, Westy, I'd pick this as a King George whiting, which means it probably won't be. It'll probably be an undersized snapper. But let's just give it a go. Oh, that's a big red mullet. That is a beautiful fish. And these things are one of my favourites. In fact, we get these in Port Phillip Bay. And I also catch them in the Cook Islands, not a red mullet, but it's a bearded goatfish similar to this, different colours. The biggest one I've seen is actually around 2 kilos. Beautiful fish. You actually see a little beard down there that he feels around the bottom with. And how's those colours through there? I've got to say, the Italians and the Greeks, they love these things. I'm pretty sure they're a delicacy from the Mediterranean. Angler number 1 in portable fridge freezers. And this winter, you can get all geared up with Engle's once-in-a-lifetime prize. A Toyota Land Cruiser Sahara, Jayco camper trailer and Stabycraft boat, as well as a huge camping and fishing pack. This prize is valued at over $240,000 and one lucky person will win the lot. Plus, each month, Engle are giving away the all geared up prize pack with camping gear, fishing rods and reels and more. Buy your Engle fridge between May and September 2016 and register on the website to be in the draw. Don't miss your chance to get all geared up with Engle.
Oh, that looks like a good hook up.
That is a lot of weight. I just went to pick that up to wind in. It's just a lot of weight, eh? Like there's no real pull. That's weird. You've been around the block, Westy. What's your thoughts? A rock?
Could be anything. That's how a crayfish comes up.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I'd take that.
I've only seen it happen once.
Well, hopefully you're about to see it happen twice. If I happen to catch a cray, Westy, look, I'll take the cray and you can have the leather jackets, okay?
Okay, thanks for that.
I'm a team player. What do we got? Ah, how ironic. I said I'll take the cray and Westy can have the leather jackets. Look what I've caught. A beautiful leather jacket. Aren't they awesome fish? I'll take that hook out. Look at that. Incredible fish. I think he's a 6 spine based on what's happening back there. Beautiful spine there he used to go along and do his business. And the colours on these things are incredible. So many different species. They are excellent eating. This is one lucky leather jacket. He's going back. You see Mr. Leather Jacket? Talk to the whiting for me. Yep. Got him. Now, what bait do you like on the whiting?
Pretty much squid.
Yep.
Cuttlefish, or a bit of cockle, but probably the squid's the best all-rounder.
Do you do a cocktail or you just put the squid on?
Sometimes I'll do a cocktail if they're not biting so well on the squid. I'll put a cockle on top.
Yep.
This feels like a whiting.
That's your call, the old whiting. And it's important if you're catching whiting to keep baits on the bottom, isn't it?
Absolutely. Your sinker has to be on the bottom at all times. Small snapper. He's a bit too small so he can go back.
It's got some weight on this thing. It's literally hitting the bottom, bang, straight away every time. And that's the head shakes I love. Those big fat head shakes. If you can manage to get the whiting out from amongst the other fish, you're doing very well. But you just don't know. You don't know until you see colour. That is a big George. Look at that. That is the fish you come to KI for. That's starting to get into serious King George whiting territory, that one. He's probably up well over the 40 centimetres. I'm finding a few whiting, which is pretty cool.
Today's fishing and boating tip is brought to you by boatsales.com.au.
Well, today I'm out in the fish-rich waters of New Zealand with the team from Nomad Sport Fishing. These guys know their stuff. Now, it's just hooked up to a big yellowtail kingfish. Got it near the boat, leaning over, winding, and the cord from a hoodie actually got caught up in the handle of the reel. Not a good look. So make sure anytime you're fishing, you got no dangly bits hanging off you that could get caught up. 2 things could happen. First of all, it could turn ugly, you might get hurt. Secondly, and worse, you could actually lose a fish. This fishing and boat tip was brought to you by boatsales.com.au, and my new hoodie, it is now cordless. rig we're using today on these whiting is an extended paternoster. It's made from 20-pound fluorocarbon. You see there's a dropper to the sinker there, then a drop with my hook. It's a VMC 9291 and a size 1 bait holder. That bait holder helps keep the baits on. You'll see they've got a bit of squid and pippy, they're loving it. Then that extends up and I have a second dropper, same sort of deal, bit of red tube on there just to protect the line and maybe attract some fish. And that is then connected to my 4-pound braid with a black rolling swivel. So far, it's working very well. That is amazing, look, straight away. And it feels like a nice fish. We actually watched the sinker, oh yes, watch the sinker go down into a school of fish. Now your call was you think they look like whiting?
Yeah, I reckon that looks like whiting.
Well,
With a little bit of luck.
If I've got a whiting on here, I'm going to be very impressed with your talents, Westy, because I can still see where it went in. And this is a serious fish, there's some weight there. If it is a whiting, it's a very nice one. Ooh.
Hopefully it's not a mother-in-law fish.
No, hopefully not. I've got a lot of head shakes here. It's either 2 pinkies or a whiting, I reckon. Feels like a whiting. I love this gear. These are the new Stratex. Unbelievable. It's a 2500. It's a whiting. Fins braid, 4-pound. And my favourite whiting prowler nibble tip that Shimano custom designed for me. And that's how it does the job. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Westy said they were whiting. I dropped my sinker into the whiting, and that is a whiting. That is gold. That's because that's a golden whiting. So I've just gone back and scrolled through the sound. You can see this is all whiting off the bottom, and that is my sinker going down under the boat, dropping into the school. It hit the bottom, went about 2 metres, bang, and I caught a King George. That is what I call technology. Unbelievable. We've just put a camera down to the bottom, so we won't be able to see what is down there until tonight when we have a look at the footage, but you can have a look right now. Pretty incredible, hey? If only I could see it now, so I knew what I could actually do to catch those fish. Look at them all! It's killing me! What do you reckon, Westy?
Decent whiting.
Bit like a whiting?
Yeah, it's a decent one, I reckon.
It's definitely a whiting. That, Westy, is a horse. I tell you what, I reckon that is nudging the kilo mark. You've seen a lot of whiting, what do you think?
Yeah, you'd have to be pretty close to a kilo.
It's a horse, mate. What bait?
Squid once again.
Now, the big whiting, do they eat just as good as the small ones?
Well, maybe not quite as good, but they still eat pretty well. Obviously, you get a bigger fillet, but yeah, probably a little bit smaller than this is the ideal.
Well, as far as King George whiting goes, that one is a monster.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Ta-da! Oh, I love catching fishies off the pea because I'm a tackle rat.
Well, I was recently reminded once again that you should never judge a book by its cover. When I first saw these Storm Arashi lures, I thought, you know what? Murray cod, maybe yellow belly, but I was so wrong. This lure in my hand caught 6 Papillon black bass, the strongest freshwater fighting fish in the world, on a trip I did there last year. It's got this unique circuit board lip, and what it does, it cuts through the water, gets your lure down deep quick, so it's in the zone where the fish are. I was just blown away by the strength of this thing. VMC hooks on there, still as sharp as the day I put them on, and this one went straight to the pool room. It's going to keep it forever as a reminder of that great trip. Now there's 25 footers, there's 18 footers, there's 7 footers, and there's even subsurface models. The 18's just fantastic on smaller cod, yellow belly, etc. This guy here, Australian bass, just love them. And a unique experience, I put the 7-footer on when I was in New Zealand last year. Rainbow trout, brown trout, they loved it because I got down deep in the holes where the big fish were. Now these lures have a unique feature that many Storm lures have, and it is patent pending. It is so good. It is a self-tuning tow point. So the tow point actually moves, which means the lure always swims true. Some lures out of the pack, they do the old sideways things. You need pliers to fix them, not these lures. They are amazing. Whether it's Murray cod, yellow belly, black bass, rainbow trout, it doesn't matter. Give them a go. I'm sure you'll be very impressed, just like I was. Get to your local tackle store. Check out the full range of Arashi lures by Storm, and think outside the box. You never know what you might catch. To find your local Tackle World store, tackleworld.com.au.
Hook up with a local and visit one of the many Tackle World stores right across Australia. Drop into a Tackle World store, where every day's a good day for fishing.
What's the score with these guys, Westy?
Well, they're always here, pretty reliably. Every time you come past, you can come and have a look at them, and yeah, pretty cool.
And they always hang out in the shallow water.
Yep, up and down this little bit of coastline here.
Beautiful pot of dolphins, a few babies in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, here they are. Look at that. That is too cool for school. We've just moved into some calmer water between whiting spots to see Westy's handheld GPS. Now, what's the deal with this, mate?
Well, it's just a practical way of mounting the GPS out of the boat to be able to bring it.
Now, it's the biggest handheld GPS I've seen in a long time. Do you take it down the shops? Do you take it in the car?
Well, I try not to be able to get lost that easy, so no.
Let's just say they do things differently in Kangaroo Island. Westy, you're a legend. Just trying a different technique now, a little bit of a drift. Just going to work over this bit of ground, drift back over it and just keep moving around. Already had a nice bite, it looks pretty productive. Bit of a bite. That'll do. Ooh. Oh, please be a whiting. I'm going to go whiting or trevally. And if I'm wrong on those counts, I'm going to go snapper. And if it's not a snapper, I think it could be a leather jacket. If it's not a leather jacket, they get a few nice salmon around here. But then again, it could be a snook. And if it's not a snook, it might be a pike. Although, once I did get a nice flathead in this area, and there was this one time when I got a morwong. So, I think that pretty much covers every fish it could be. And what are the chances of bringing it up and it's none of them? Ooh, I got 2 fish. And they look like snappers, I think. And there's another fish behind there, he just disappeared. What do we got here? 2 beautiful sized snapper. Well, that is a nice drop in anyone's language. 1, 2, one's above size, one's below size. Not a bad drop. There's one. And there's the second. Sorry, Westy.
You all right, mate?
Not a bad little parabolic curve, and that is there, mate.
Absolutely.
What's surprising about today, our techniques could not be further from the same, yet we're both catching about the same amount of fish. It's amazing, isn't it?
It just goes to show you can make anything work.
Exactly right. I'd say I got 2 on here, Westy. Still haven't seen them. Oh, there's a lot of weight there. There we go, there they are. And I've definitely got 2. Maybe a couple of different species even. What have we got here? I got a nanny and
Nice.
a snapper. And the red's not bad either, just quietly. Have a look at that. That is pretty cool. So, 2 types of reds on the one rig. And that's what you call some quality fishing. Nana guy on my left, your right, and pink snapper on my right, your left. It's a pretty cool combo. Check out our website at ifishtv.com.au for all the latest info. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at ifishtv for updates, great pics and cool clips. Well, half the fun of enjoying your big day's catch is getting back to the local filleting table and cleaning your fish, and you don't want to make a mess of your mess of fish, if you know what I mean. Now, the kids have come down to help me. I think every kid on Kangaroo Island is here. Some are local, some are on holidays. And kids, I'm going to try and knock the fillets off this beautiful whiting, because tonight I'm heading to Ozone, and guess what I'm having? Can anyone guess? Whiting in beer batter with? Chips. That's my man, fish and chips. Look at that, kids. You can actually see through the bones. That's what I call a good fish filling job. What do you reckon? Yeah. Oh, I like the way these kids think. They're so polite. Well, Westy, you've always got to give a bit back, don't you, mate?
Absolutely.
And the local pelicans like a bit of a fish feed.
Yep.
Now,
They'll eat as much as you want to give them.
that was an amazing day's fishing. How is
That's
it
pretty good.
compared to a good day on Kangaroo Island? Because you said, oh, you know, it was all right, but...
No, it was a pretty good day. We got what we went for and got some nice fish. Bit of variety.
Smashed it, mate. Those King George wines tonight are going to taste pretty good. And these guys, it's all part of the food chain. Put back what you don't need. And, as Westy said very early this morning, the locals on Kangaroo Island, they're very, very friendly.